Hello, I'm John Janowick. I'm the Executive Director of the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department Heads Association, and welcome to the Industry Spotlights. We're pleased to have Agilent Technologies here with us today, and John Kikuchi, University Program Manager of Agilent, is going to now present. John?
Thank you. Good morning. My name is John Kikuchi. I am the University Program Manager for Agilent Technologies EEsof EDA division, and I'm going to talk to you today about producing industry-ready engineers. I'd like to begin today by giving you a preview of my last slide, which is the one thing that I'd like you to remember today, if there's only one thing you remember. And that one thing is that Agilent has the tools to help you produce industry-ready engineers. Okay? Agilent has the tools to help you produce industry-ready engineers. There were three things, but I was afraid I'd have a Rick Perry moment, so there's only one thing. I think most of you are familiar with Agilent Technologies. How many of you are familiar with Agilent Technologies EEsof EDA? Can I see a show of hands? You want to raise your hands? You could shorten my talk by 5 minutes if you... Too late. So Agilent EEsof is part of the Electronic Measurements Group. EMG historically is the part of Agilent that was HP, and I'm sure the demographics here are that everybody remembers HP. So EEsof's heritage then goes back to the first oscillator built in the garage in Palo Alto. Agilent EEsof EDA is the leading communications product design used in high-frequency modeling, systems design, and RF circuit design. As you can see here, in an independent survey, 68% of the respondents said that they use Agilent EEsof EDA tools for RF circuit simulation and design. Okay. That number has actually grown from 63% just a few years ago. So we continue to gain market share in that area. So Agilent Technologies, EEsof division, basically makes complete design integration for products such as cellular phones, satellite communications, wireless networks, and radar. To give you an idea of what we do, the cell phone in your pocket, because of our market share, there is probably one or more components in that cell phone that was designed with EEsof tools. Okay. At the lower right-hand corner, we have a communication systems design tool called System View. Yesterday during the industry roundtable, you heard that they want well-rounded engineers that understand both the digital domain and the analog domain. Well, System View provides that tool that leads to communication between those two people. Okay. We have RF board design and layout, and our 3D and 2.5D planar solvers can be used for antenna design and module design. And as you can see there, we have IC design and layout, and we have device parameter extraction. The major foundries in the world have, and device manufacturers have models within our system to help designers with the complete design flow. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you about industry-ready engineers. I wanted to define it for you. I think many of you are familiar with the definition of the capstone projects and what we want in those engineers. We want competency and teamwork, in communications, business skills, and of course technical knowledge. I'm going to add one more thing, and that is engineers trained on the tools used in industry. Again, you heard it during the industry roundtables yesterday. They want engineers that know the tools and are ready to produce from day one. And I think in today's time-to-market issues, having those engineers come to the company and be ready from day one to be productive is a great advantage, not only for the industry, but for your school as a marketing tool. So why care about industry-ready engineers? For your students, It's more meaningful. I have an example there. The University of South Florida has a WWAMI program where every student designs a microstrip or microwave filter. They build it or have it built, and then they measure it. And of course, the measurement doesn't meet the simulation, so they have to introduce parasitics into design. They have to account for measurement errors. And that anecdotally has caused many engineers, or some engineers, to change back into electrical engineering. Okay? So I think the students find it meaningful when they use the tools of the trade. And of course, the graduates are more valuable to industry, which means higher pay, starting pay for those students. For the universities, increased standing with students, of course, the word gets around that electrical engineering can be fun, as you saw some of our previous speakers talk about. And then industry recognition for your program. That WWAMI program, EEsof, I was recently at an industrial advisory board meeting. A Raytheon person came up to me and says that they basically hire master's degree students for their RF design programs or their teams. But if that engineer comes from EEsof, because they know that that engineer has gone through the WWAMI system, they're acceptable to have bachelor's degree students. So that's the kind of recognition I think that everybody would look for in creating industry-ready engineers. And of course, for industry, with this time-to-market pressures, what you see there, this iPhone with its 12 different antennas and its 21 different frequency bands and the hundreds of FCC regulations that it has to meet is a complex marvel of integration and technology. But having students come into your factory and industry and know the tools of the market can be a great productivity tool. So my challenge to you, the audience today, and I realize that I'm preaching to the choir here, but that is to create innovative partnerships with industry to train and educate students on the tools used in the industry. The talks today, everybody here talking wants you to partner, wants to be part of the university setting. So please take advantage of that. So let me switch real quick. Agilent for universities. As I mentioned, Agilent Technologies is the world's premier measurement company, been around for 70 years. Agilent EEsof is the #1 RF and microwave design tool used in industry. You know about our equipments, our network analyzers, our oscilloscopes, our spectrum analyzers. Also, Agilent is known as the application expertise, or experts in a lot of fields. We are on the boards and standards boards of over 64 different associations and boards, standards boards. We provided the first LTE models for our instruments and our software, and the first 802.11 AC models and sources. At the corporate level, we have the University Relations Program that allows us to create the framework for collaboration at the higher level, for PhDs, for fellowships, for the application-specific partnerships that we seek. But what I wanted to talk to you today about was the education programs, and specifically the EEsof program that we have. So the Agilent EEsof University Support Program is worldwide. It has over 850 universities participating, over 160 in the US. So I realize that a lot of you have not heard of Agilent EEsof, but there is a good chance that you or your university already participates. Okay. And our program is, by the way, for education and research. As you'll see, our licenses can be used for graduate level research at your universities. That is acceptable. So our program, University EDA University Program, and these are some of the program highlights. For a minimum cost, basically $2,000, you get 52 sets of everything we sell. Okay? It's not as good as an offer as the diligent people we just saw. You can't come to our booth tomorrow and get this free, but for minimum cost, university can get 52 sets of licenses, full functionality. This is not some watered-down student license. This is the exact tools that are used in the industry. Something that's new is that we offer students access to the licenses now. The students can go online, fill out a form, and if that student is from a participating university, they will get licenses to load on their own personal computer. And this, again, is the full functioning exact thing that's in industry. So every student can now do or use EEsof EDA tools any place, anytime at their leisure. They don't have to be hooked up to the school LAN, or they don't have to be hooked up to the network or the using the university workstations. Okay? I think that's accessibility for the students is one thing we're trying to solve, and I think that goes a long way. We have curriculum and lab support. We have a microwave and RF engineering textbook, specifically with examples, where every example in theory is backed up by a simulation. We have an ADS cookbook, design cookbook, which is a great source for labs, step-by-step procedures, and design insights into RF. We also partner with third parties. Example here is Dreamcatcher's University Courseware for basic fundamental RF and microwave classes. Training material, of course, we have e-learning videos and tutorials. In my travels, what I've found is that students in the YouTube generation just go to YouTube and look for specific how to do things. And it's amazing what you can find in YouTube today. And that's where students go. So we have those available. And we have, of course, application notes that Agilent is well known for. So all these things are found on our university webpage. It's very nicely compartmentalized into educators, researchers, and students. So you can find what you need depending on what you need. Okay. In summary, so the benefits for the students and the educators are many. Basically, students learn real-world applications. They learn on the industry-leading tools, as I mentioned, and they become industry-ready engineers. For educators, the classroom and lab material support, and you can combine theory and classroom with measurements in the lab. For the university, again, industry-leading tools for minimum cost. And here's Jack Palance, and the one thing I wanted you to remember today, Agilent has the tools to support you in producing industry-ready engineers. Okay. And the call to action, again, is to contact Agilent EEsof EDA to help your students become industry-ready engineers on the industry-leading tools. All right, thank you very much.